Hello, everyone. This is JD Calderon, and this is Indie Comics Explained. And today I'm going to be taking a look at my latest read pile. But before we get to that, I currently have an Indiegogo going on for the Oswald Chronicles. This is for Passing Queens and Making Homes, issues 4, 5, and 6, with new covers by Donnie H., colored by Carlos Moreno. I should say excellently colored and excellently illustrated by both gentlemen. And the interiors are still done by Jade Gonzalez. Beautiful. So, go check that out if you want to support my channel, some of my work. So, go check that out, and let's take a look at what we got today. Get that out of there. All right. And I have a nice pile of books. So, I've been reading over the last few days. A couple of these are kind of thick. A lot of good stuff here. That's the one good thing. I only try to review stuff I enjoy. Although once in a while I do come across a book that's kind of meh. And I'm going to show that one first before I get onto the other stuff. Back to Aphra, A Rogue's End. This is the final issue of this current iteration of this book. They're relaunching this title. When it first started out, it was... I'm blanking on the original author's name, but currently is being picked up. Simon Spurrier picked up for him, and it was Kieran Gillen. That's who was the original author, and he created this character, and it was actually quite good. It was very good while Kieran was writing it. Simon Spurrier also did a very good job for the first few issues. It just, I don't know, this last issue just felt forced, and it just wasn't that good. I just really didn't appreciate it. At this point, I'm kind of happy the series has ended. And I don't know if I'll be picking up any more of the Star Wars books that Marvel's producing. Although Charles Soule is writing, I think, the current Star Wars story, which I might pick up because I did like his stuff on Darth Vader. So we'll see. I mean, I'll probably pick up the first trade and then move from there. Then we have Rat Queens. This book has been through a number of artists and even a few writers. I have to say, it's holding up. It's still a fun book. This is volume 7, and like I said, it's a fun read. It's great artwork, a lot of fun. It's fantasy. It's a little goofy, a little raunchy, but fun stuff. I've enjoyed it since the first issue. I'm still enjoying it. Still a fun book. So Rat Queens, fun read. All right, Then we have Blood Realm. Volume 1. This is an Alternate Giant. This is from Alternate Comics. $4.99. They print their books on newsprint, as you can see. The art style is funky. The story is fun. I know the second Alternate Giant is out. I'm going to go pick that up. A lot of gory stuff. I enjoy this, though. This was a lot of fun. This is Robert Geronimo. Good stuff. Good book if you find it. I mean, you just go to alternate.com. I'm sure you can find plenty of them. Really good book. I'll be picking up the second volume to this one. Then we have The Witcher Omnibus. Now, I have to be honest with you. I heard of the video game. Never played it. Kind of knew that there was a novel series based on this. Never read it. Then Netflix came out with their show. Watched it. Had what was it, Frank Cavall, the guy who played Superman, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Liked it a lot. Looking forward to the second season. I saw this was coming out from Dark Horse. I said, why not? Let me give it a shot. And I have to say, I really enjoyed this book. This was actually alright. I didn't think I would enjoy it. Sword and sorcery, all kinds of crazy stories. A lot of fun. I really dig the character. I dig these stories in here. A lot of them are short stories, just things that happen throughout his life. A lot of fun. Freaky monsters, crazy magic, that sort of thing. Good fun. I enjoyed it. A lot of fun. I only wish Mike Mignola's done more. It's funny in the when they advertise in previews, they write Mike Mignola, and basically all he does is the covers. But the covers look great. So there you go. All right. Then we have Earth X Trilogy by Alex Ross, Jim Kruger, and Doug Braithwaite. I read the first volume of this. I enjoyed it. I like it more on a conceptual level. The writing is good on this. The artwork is good for the most part. Alex Ross does all the covers. But yeah, it's fun. But like I said, this is a sort of thing. It's like an alternate reality, Marvel universe. What happens in worst case scenario? That sort of thing. I don't know. And there's all these crazy concepts, creating heavens and hells and that sort of thing. And Marvel came back as a little boy and all this other stuff. And you have Captain America as an angel. It's interesting. It's interesting. I enjoyed it. Like I said, there's Alex Ross art in here. Fantastic looking stuff. Good book. It's probably something I might have to come back and reread in a few years. Won't be anytime soon. It takes a while to read that one. A little thickish. Alright. Next we got Justice League Dark. James Tynion, Alvaro Martinez Bueno, Raul Fernandez, and Brad Anderson. I didn't know how I was going to feel about this book. I've picked up the prior iteration of Justice League Dark and I enjoyed it. And I have to say, I enjoyed it. I know James Tynion from The Woods, which was a very good series. Never thought of picking up anything of his from DC. I had heard about this. I heard he was doing Batman, but a lot of people were saying you should check out his Justice League Dark. And so I have, and it's kind of fun having Wonder Woman in there. Yeah, so this is, yeah, the artwork in here is fantastic. I actually picked up the second volume to this. I'm in the process of reading that one, and I just have to say, this was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. I actually like the DC universe when it comes down to like monsters, mystery, and magic. For some reason, I find it more entertaining because I really don't. For as much Batman material I've read and enjoyed, I actually don't like Batman. And the same thing goes with Superman. Although I haven't read so much of Superman, but there are some stuff. But, you know, I think one of the best comics written is by Grant Morrison's Superman's All-Star Superman or whatever. I mean, but it's an excellent book. But I don't necessarily care for Superman as a character. I really don't. I do like Wonder Woman immensely. I guess if I had to line up my favorite superhero characters, you have Thor, Captain America, and then Wonder Woman. You know, straight in that order, and I love all three of those characters. And and it's pretty close between all three of them. Although Thor is probably always going to be my favorite character, despite the abuse he goes through sometimes. But yeah, this is some really great stuff. I really enjoyed this book a lot. So, like I said, I'm reading the third one. A lot of fun. All right, what we got next? All right, we have A Study in Emerald by Neil Gaiman and Rafael Albuquerque. And Rafael Albuquerque is a fantastic artist. Neil Gaiman is obviously a great writer. And this is a Victorian era story with very strange Cthulhu-like, elder god-like entities ruling England. And you have, I believe it's supposed to be Moriarty, who's taken the place of Sherlock Holmes. And Sherlock Holmes is somewhere out in the world doing things, but he's, I think in his way, fighting against these elder god things that rule England. And more likely than not, the entire world. So, them being elder gods and all that. But a lot of fun. I mean, I don't think there'll ever be a second issue. I don't know if Neil has written another story, because I know this is probably based on one of his shorts. It's one I haven't read. Really enjoyed this. Would love to see more. I think it'd be great. But we'll see. And then we have Black Hammer by Jeff Lemire. Excuse me. Black Hammer Justice League by Jeff Lemire and Michael Walsh and Nate Picos. This was a fun book. I really enjoyed the Black Hammer stories come out through Dark Horse, written by Jeff Lemire. Just really fun stuff. And when I heard this was coming out, and I was like, oh, this is how DC got Jeff Lemire to go work for them again. Because I could have sworn I read somewhere that he had stated that he wasn't going to be doing any more corporate superheroes. I mean, I could be wrong, but I could have sworn I read that somewhere. But, you know, here he is doing the Justice League, and he is doing some work for DC. I mean, look, the guy probably just enjoys it. I'm sure it's a lot of fun for him. You know, and that's pretty much, as a writer, that's pretty much what we seek. We just seek to, you know, we're writing to entertain others, but we're also writing to entertain ourselves on some level. Some writers may agree with that, some writers may not. I don't know. I know it works for me. You know, if I feel I'm not being entertained, if I don't feel the story while I'm writing it, it's probably not going to be a good story. I tend to scrap those when that happens. Or really look into them and find out what's making me not happy and then just start over or something. But usually I just end up scrapping because they're just not working at that point. But you can definitely tell that Jeff Lemire really enjoys his work. He's an excellent writer. The guy is just awesome. A lot of great stuff in here. A lot of fun. Definitely something worth having. All right. Last but not least, we have Bloodshot Salvation. Another Jeff Lemire book. And probably his final work in Valiant, or at least the current iteration of Valiant, the way it's running. And this was a lot of fun. This had Bloodshot going into the deep future, and he has a family, and he has a daughter, and he has all kinds of crazy stuff, and she's a tiny little Bloodshot, and his girlfriend slash wife, I think it's his wife at this point, just has horrible family history. But yeah, and you have Ninjak. It's really cool. That is just really nice piece of artwork. But yeah, I mean, this is a lot of fun. It's a shame that Jeff isn't doing more work. I kind of like this issue. This was an issue where all the pages are pretty much black, and it reminds me of John Byrne's Whiteout issue, except it's in reverse. It's in black, as opposed to it being all white. This is Ninjak. He's blind. I mean, not Ninjak. This is Bloodshot. He's blind, and he's going through some demonic realm, and I guess his nanites don't work so well while he's there, so there was something jacked up with his eyes, and then when in this last scene, I guess he can see again. He's like, "Ah, damn it! Look at all the demons around me." So, and he has a he has his dog, Bloodshot dog, and his kid. So yeah, it says, you know, it's interesting stuff, and there's a point where Bloodshot, gets shot into the future, and all this stuff, and then it shows the origin of his dog, which is cool. So yeah, this is definitely a lot of fun. A lot of great artwork. The artwork on the last story I don't think is as good as in the beginning. I don't know why that is the case. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know why that is the case. I just found that a little strange. Because there is like it's still good. It's just very rough. The guy that I'm doing this catches, well, it's all the way in the front. There's a whole bunch of people done this stuff. But yeah, his storytelling is good. But the artwork just seems a little rough. I don't know, it just seems a little rushed. You know, as you know, like I said, but in other parts of it, I mean, you can see the artwork in here. It's just incredible. I mean, but it is what it is. It's a shame that at Valiant, I don't know if they've given up on like the writers who started the company. I know they wanted to bring in new blood and want to bring in new people, but the problem is I don't think they really did that. What they did was they just brought out some folks who are good writers, you know, but they've been working other places, and I think they're kind of like almost I don't want to call them old hands, but you know, they're just kind of like just not as good as a former crop. I don't think they were curated as well. I mean, they have Dan Abnett, who's an excellent writer. Everybody says he's just on the wrong title, and that's quite possible. But so I don't know. But Bloodshot, this is a great book. Jeff Lemire, just about anything he did at Valiant was fantastic. Him and Matt Kindt, Robert Venditti, and a number of others. I mean, I believe Charles Soule has done his stuff, and it was just a great stuff. They paired up a lot of great artists, a lot of great writers, and they produced a lot of great stories between, what was it, 2011 and 2017. Last few years, not so much. Like I said, when I reviewed X-O Manowar by Matt Kindt, his last 3 or 4 issues felt really rushed. You can kind of feel that they were like, all right, buddy, wrap it up and hit the bricks. And I think he had Matt Kindt had just a lot more to say. And I think that ending comes off a little quirky, just a little disjointed for me, which is a shame because he should have been given the time to tell the story that he wanted to tell, but it's a shame he didn't get that time. So it is what it is. So that's it for this time. And let's take another look. So we got Black Hammer, we got Bloodshot, good stuff. Study in Emerald, Justice League Dark, big heavy book. Earth Trilogy X, interesting stuff there. The Witcher, Blood Realm, Rat Queens, Dr. Aphra, which you can stay away from. So that's it for this week. Thank you. Go check out my Indiegogo for the Oswald Chronicles, and thanks so much and have a great night. So hit that like, hit the subscribe button, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Take care. I'll talk to you later.